It's September 25th, 2013, and 16-year-old KOBBY AYETEY is preparing to go to the American Embassy in Accra, Ghana. And what he's praying for is that basketball will open up the door to a new world and a better future.
I've been waiting for this opportunity all my life. Yeah. Better education, better facilities, which I could train with. Hard work. Yeah, hard work. Yeah, the sky's the limit. Yeah.
Less than a month later, KOBBY arrived in Landover, Maryland at Capital Christian Academy.
What's your last name? AYETEY.
He won't be home again until 2018.
What does being here at Capital Christian Academy mean to you?
Wow, a lot. Because we have a good coach. The teammates too I have are great. The teachers, everybody is good. And I think if I keep on working hard, I'll just make it to where I want to go to. Yeah.
This is KOBBY AYETEY's American dream. He is one of the latest in a pipeline of African basketball players who have left their countries for placement in American high schools. Like KOBBY, they leave their homes and their loved ones to create lives they would never have in their homelands.
There's so many opportunities here. You go to games where coaches come and then watch you play, and they help you out by training you, motivating you and stuff. Like in Ghana, it's not like that there.
Africa has long been an attractive recruiting site for American basketball programs. Cleveland Cavalier forward Luol Deng, Minnesota Timberwolves center Gorgui Dieng, and University of Kansas center Joel Embiid are three of the more noteworthy examples. But KOBBY's dreams aren't only geared towards the NBA. The only child of a poor single mother in Ghana, he came here for the education she couldn't afford.
Could you describe what she did for you growing up? Why it was so hard for her?
My mom, I would say, combining work and taking care of me too was her priority, because I'm the only one she has got, and it's just me and her. No father to support. She always made sure everything was right, because I told her I want to play basketball, and firstly, I'd like to be a physiotherapist. A physical therapist, yeah.
You said physical therapy first, and you didn't say going to the NBA. Why is the education more important to you than the professional dream?
You have to have something else apart from basketball. Yeah. But I'm still working hard at the two of them.
So is your ultimate goal then the physical therapy?
Yeah.
And if the NBA happens, that's...
Amen.
For KOBBY, the journey began in primary school.
So when you first started playing, what could you do on a basketball court?
I could just bounce my right, and then just run with the ball.
That's all you did?
Just all. I didn't know the regulations. I didn't even know anything about it.
But KOBBY did know the recent history of African-born players finding success in the States. Since 1984, when Akeem Olajuwon became the first African-born player to reach the NBA, basketball has grown in popularity on the African continent.
There's been a basketball boom here in Ghana. It's the second biggest game here. And the youngsters definitely have been playing more basketball. It's just that they don't have the direction which way to go, so they just joke with it.
In countries like Ghana, there are few basketball courts and no professional basketball leagues, largely because soccer is the dominant sport. This is why men like Mimi Falconer, KOBBY's coach on the 16 and under Ghanaian national team, have become invaluable to American scouts.
It's just a passion for me to help the underprivileged kids get out there and make the best of their lives instead of just going to waste here.
Nearly 30% of the population of Ghana lives below the poverty level. With that in mind, just 2 years after he started coaching KOBBY, Falconer reached out to Jack Whitehead, the founder of a scouting service based out of Philadelphia. Whitehead began helping African basketball players transition into American high schools 6 years ago, pro bono. He knew Falconer understood the important qualities that were essential in such a move.
He said, hey, I've got a kid here. You have to get there. So And Mimi's tough. I mean, he doesn't give me a whole lot of kids, so when he gives me one, you know, he's normally a pretty good ball player, pretty good person.
What was your first impression of Kobe when you saw him as a player?
Based on how much he had played or how little he had played, how far he was developed just from that, I figured once he gets here and plays every day, he's just going to be incredible.
But Whitehead knew it would take more than talent for Kobe to thrive in the States. There are plenty of similar programs that focus on cultivating African players, including the NBA's Basketball Without Borders and the Seed Academy, based in Senegal. The key isn't just finding skills, it's finding the right fit.
What did you think of his personality?
What kind of kid do you see today that's waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning to have prayers with his mom and then clean the house before he starts the day off? So, you know, and that's him in a nutshell. He's a very nice kid.
In the spring of 2013, after considering a number of schools around the country, Whitehead called Van Whitfield, the headmaster and coach at Capital Christian Academy, a small private school in Landover, Maryland.
And in Kobe's case, we knew immediately he was our type of young man. He was humble, he was honest, he was forthright, and he had confidence. He had an interesting glow, and everyone kind of knew, okay, this is a guy we can offer an opportunity to be a part of our program, and more than that, part of our school family.
So how are you doing in school then?
Good. Yeah.
Like A's, B's?
Yeah, A's and B's, yeah.
Though the sacrifice is big, so too is the potential payoff. Luol Deng, a native of the Sudan, spent 1 year at Duke before becoming the 7th overall pick in the 2004 NBA draft. Gorgui Dieng of Senegal won an NCAA title at Louisville last season before becoming a first-round pick as well. And Embiid, a Cameroon native who only picked up basketball in 2011, already is being hailed as a top 3 pick in this year's draft, should he leave Kansas early.
You see more and more African players, especially in visible Division I teams. How many more people do you think will be going over to Africa? How common do you think this is going to become?
Well, if you see a lot of success with the players, then people will continue to go over there because the players want to come here. It's a great opportunity for them. Planes run every day, so.
The 6'7" freshman forward is becoming an integral part of Capital Christian's JV squad.
Kobe has kind of acquitted himself across the board. Is just a young man who's a keeper. And I think athletically, he is one of those rare student athletes where you realize early on that he's a sky is the limit kind of prospect.
Why is that?
He's gifted. He has the one thing you can't teach of a young man with size is instincts. And his instincts are amongst the best I've ever seen.
Men like Whitfield and Whitehead also delight in Kobe's attitude. The 16-year-old is grateful for everything he gets and so focused that he barely makes room for anything outside of basketball and school.
His job is to come here and earn a living and help his family out. So the stakes in that sense are very large.
Welcome to your first American Christmas.
My mom is a single parent and, you know, she's really worked hard to bring me up this way. My coach too has also wasted a lot of time, money, you know, taking care of me and making sure I'm training everything that's right. So if I don't do what is expected of me, I think I wasted everybody's time and money.